Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a game war in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play-by-email match against AsuRob. He's Allied Commander and for me it is the Empire of Japan. November 27th, 42. The Allies just took over Rockhampton and pushing still in the North Japanese island chain. I prepare my defense there, invade and see how far Rob is trying to go, and at the same time calling back my carrier and battleship fleet. Most of them, but not all of them. Yeah, that was a good opportunity to sink some cargo ship at Oman, but unluckily failed. The next landing, you can see 145th Infantry Regiment, part of this. But this island is empty, so there's no defense. My next output would be here. So my strategy for the next 1 or 2 weeks is normally to contain and slow down the Allied advance back at the home islands. At the same time, I need to rebuild here a front line and defend Townsville. Everything is already on the way, but I need still 1 week that everything can arrive and then prepare the counter-attack on Rockhampton. At the same time I use here now M8, the normal navy and land-based fighter bomber. Means I don't need now bombers because my fighters can do the same. They're dropping each 250 or 2 bombs, so 500 kilo payload each fighter. That is the same like half the bomb load of a Helen bomber. This is why I like this M8 edition or version much more, because you have simply more flexibility. You can do everything: cap, sweep, navy strike, ground strikes, everything. For the army, I'm waiting still for the key 100. They will do the same for me. But this will take a little longer. Once we arrive in in December, I can check the R&D in the situation there. So the standard counterattacks. All this army, navy or army strike aircraft I don't need in north of Japan. They don't have the range to help me there. At least for the time being. If Rob is now jumping from island to island and is coming closer to Hokkaido, I would maybe shift some aircraft there from the army. Now I have only navy bombers ready for navy strike missions. This is my defeated army out of Rockhampton, retreating under airstrikes. And because it's clear terrain, I have to suffer a little, but this I cannot change. None of the unit is really on the breaking point. We will see if Rob is trying to run down my army or if he is trying to defend Rockhampton. We will see. This is my attempt to concentrate attack on Kotek. So I make long range cap once again. Once again, the enemy F fleet is more or less empty. More escorts than strike aircraft. This airstrike is 11,000, 12,000. Some airstrikes are from a normal airfield and some are long range. I don't know how we really organize this air fleet. Good I-19 under attack, but no hit. Now I attack here because I guess these guys are very low on supplies and have not more much firepower left. That was the attack, I think, only by tanks, yeah. So I use one tank regiment, maybe all of them, I'm not so sure, to test the waters. The enemy is out of supplies. It will still take time to finish them off, but yeah. Next attempt, we want to finish this airbase here. And it's like, now I need double, so attack values are now 2 to 1. And this is a triple defense hex, so it's very hard to take over the base if the defender is well digged in. You can see the casualties are 1 to 1, more or less. That is of course in my favor because I have 4 times the attack value. Whoa. So in destroying the fort, I guess in 1 or 2 more turns I can strike again. Also attacking here in the mountains. I took already the Imphal, the base, so this is now only mountain battle. And here is the dot base where the British could retreat to. That is the leftover from yesterday. They will now be wiped out, I guess. Yeah, wiped out by attrition. It's okay. Taking over this kind of bases are always possible for the Allies. I would say that is simply a fact. The question is only how useful it is and how to maintain this position. I am not so sure. I don't really see the greater benefit for the Allies to take over this. Allied air losses are not very high compared to the normal ratio. So I lost here some M8 fighter bomber roll. This is the issue only that these fighters are not very durable. So the flak damage can always destroy some of them, but 1 wounded, 1 killed pilot. Yeah. There was no sinking sound, everything is fine. So again, the Allies have now this base, but this is mostly now this damage must be first rebuilt. This is the air base you could use their 1 engine bombers from, but not twin engine bombers, or at least not with full bomb load. But it's a base the Allies could use. If they took also this base, there's nothing, so they must build up first everything. Here's the same, there's nothing. So they have only 1 useful but now heavily damaged base. Holding this base would be a priority for me, but even I can let go for this one. Here I would say it's really time to fight to the bitter end. I have now here some Key 44s on cap, so I use now mainly army fighters, simply because I have enough pilots and not really a lot of airframes of this type, but I think it's time to use them. Yeah. But overall, I only defend up to this hex, so I will not attack here because it's impossible to overcome 100 cap fighters or something like this. and you can see there also escort fighters, so I really can only fight in range of my own base. I don't need to waste here my aircraft. It's not time to fight now, it's time to organize. So the British army is also now slowly at the end. Here is still an army and some air force left, but not powerful. So I think the battle in India is this day is not more so active. Good. This attack was again semi-successful, so you can see that my units are not really disrupted. I could attack, but I don't have the supplies. So if I don't have the supplies, I would not attack with full LV power. So I need first restock my supplies before I can attack again. And this is simply related to my low supply situation in Townsville. So, but at 1 or 2 days, units will restock and then everything is fine. I still can keep here a big Allied army busy at Bundaberg. I will more or less position here some troopers in the north of Bundaberg that no one is coming from behind, because you can see allies are coming down the road. So I will shift from this hex to this hex to defend Bundaberg. Still not really enough supplies. 30,000 or Maya, it keeps the base ready for operation, but at the lower end. I also have here still the slow carrier fleet is still here, so with a cruise speed of 4, because now I send the carriers with a 5 cruise speed back. Means the slow carriers will defend South East Pacific if there's any surface ship showing up, and it makes no sense to empty here everything, so I need a little flexibility. It's a Burma area, I don't need carriers because I control all the land bases, so I guess here is nothing needed. I mean, I keep some now the escort carriers are under construction, and I also keep here some battle cruisers. So you can see the battle cruisers are here. Maybe I will call them also back to Japan. They're also much faster and they're really good for hunting down. But they are only battle cruisers. Good. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.